will be impacted by a 10% tariff.
And the markets, well, they are plunging in response. So what does all this mean for Australia? This has got to be making him anxious.
Going big or going home.
Will have global ramifications for Australia.
He has enough political capital in the United States at the moment.
Unpredictability is a feature, not a bug. So all of us are still trying to understand precisely what he has in mind.
Hi ladies, I wanted to share something with you. If you've been thinking about buying an investment property or taking your first step into the market, what's happening globally and what's about to happen in Australia is really important. I need you to take note. We've started to see some worrying signs overseas in the US stock market crash, rising tariffs and all over global uncertainty. And usually what happens in the US doesn't take long to ripple through to the rest of the world. But here's one thing I want you to know. Australia, we've been through this before. Back in the global financial crisis, the GFC, we were bracing ourselves for impact. But Australia stood strong. Why? Because our government moved fast. Interest rates were slashed, first-home buyers' grants were boosted, and within 1 year, confidence returned back to the market, especially at that lower end. So what happened next? Property prices at the entry level started to creep up quickly, and we're starting to see the same patterns lining again. And May 2025, it's shaping up to be a big moment. We're expecting an RBA cut on May 20, 2 weeks after the federal election. So if interest rates are up, confidence comes back, then what happens? Buyers enter the market fast, especially investors. And here's what I really want you to know. Please hear this from someone who worked in property for nearly 30 years. I'm not talking about apartments. I'm talking about houses under 650,000. Right now, Melbourne is still possible to buy an established home or new home in a high growth area that's well connected and still affordable. And here's what's crazy. Since 2020, Brisbane house prices have jumped up 51%. Perth is up 62%. Adelaide is up 58%. But Melbourne, just 11.2%. That gap is what interstate investors are now noticing, and they're the ones already buying in. I'm seeing them everywhere. I'm sharing this with you because I care. I speak to so many women that want to build their wealth or get out of renting or start planning their future, but they're still feeling unsure and too scared to make the wrong move. You deserve to have the full picture. You deserve to know what's coming, not just what's trending in the headlines. And this is one of those opportunities that we will look back in a year from now and said, I wish I acted then. So if you're even thinking about getting into the market, can I suggest just starting exploring? You don't need to figure this out today, but don't sit on your hands waiting for something to be clearer or until after the election or after the next rate cut. Because by the time it feels safe in the market, has already moved and you'll have missed the wave. I'm here when you're ready. I'm here to help you feel safe. Also, I am hosting a webinar to go into more detail with my Liberty Group partner on Monday at 7 p.m. I would love to see you there. It's a live webinar. Click on the link below to register. It is free. The spots are limited.